What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Mr. ADKL here, and today we'll be going over what I think are the top 10 stories in all of anime. Now you may be wondering what makes me qualified enough to give you this list. As you can see here, I've watched over 100 animes and probably rewatched more episodes than I can count. So at the very least, you know this is coming from someone who's probably seen a little bit too much anime. My ranking system will be based off of first, the story's flow from start to finish, and second, how uniquely the world is built, because that plays a lot into the story if not overdone. And without further ado, let's get straight to it. Starting us off at number 10, we have Magi. This anime revolves around Aladdin, who I consider the main character. Aladdin is a mysterious kid with an ancient flute exploring the world on an adventure, looking for friends. On his journey, he finds Alibaba, a street-smart dreamer with a little bit of swag, and Morgiana, a former slave seeking her own freedom. Together with the three of them, they explore dangerous dungeons, encounter political issues, confront moral dilemmas that give the story a deeper depth beyond its fantasy base. The reason I chose Magi to be at the number 10 spot is because I felt as though there's a lot more story to discover. One thing about me is that I hate cliffhangers, and this one kind of leaves you desiring more. This anime has 3 seasons, 2 of which are 25 episodes. The final one being a flashback of Sinbad, who's a side character in the story, and that's only 12 episodes, so it's really a smaller anime compared to the rest of the ones on the list, except for a few exceptions. But it still rounds out number 10 on this list. It's a great story that I'd recommend to anybody. Both dubbed and subbed are amazing, so it's a great way to start off this list. For this next one, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Zach. Coming in at number 9, we have World Trigger. The plot of World Trigger starts when gates to another dimension open up and humanity defends itself against alien invaders called neighbors using advanced technology. The story follows a very much oralist main character, Osamu, a determined but weak border agent, and his journey to become strong enough to fight the neighbors. With him is who I consider the real star of the show, Yuma, always run the fade Kuga, a friendly but very skilled neighbor as they navigate battles, alliances, and secrets of the other world. While there's a great amount of action in this anime, the story matches it bar for bar and is one of the most well-developed worlds and ranking systems in all of anime. The reason it's number 9 on the list is because as a story it's still ongoing and it takes 8 episodes to really start getting heated up, so because of that and the fact that more of the hidden mysteries they have alluded to have not been explained, I felt as though number 9 was a safe place to put it at while still showing the potential of where it could go. Coming in at number 8, we have Cowboy Bebop. This futuristic jazz-filled anime follows Spike Spiegel and company, a very broke crew of bounty hunters along the spaceship Bebop as they chase criminals. Along the way, they get caught up in some dangerous jobs, cross paths with some shady characters, and confront some unresolved pieces of their own troubled past. Now, while each episode may seem to have its own plot, you learn more and more about the past of the mysterious main character Spike. The reason I placed it at number 8 is because each episode is very fleshed out and is a great story in its own right. How the creator ties it all together in the end, I think, is a masterpiece. The only reason I have it at 8 is because it has 26 episodes and it feels as though it's a short story, leaving us wanting more. Also, this is an anime that must be watched dub. I don't really know how it would sound if you heard Japanese person acting like a cowboy. Probably be a little weird, so definitely recommend this one dub over all the other animes on this list. This is the one that I'd say that has to be watched dub. Coming in at number 7 with the scorching hot take, possibly to many of you guys that have already watched, is One Piece. One Piece, for those of you who don't know, is an anime revolving around the main character, Monkey D. Luffy, and his adventure to become King of the Pirates, a phrase he will repeat throughout the series a billion times. Believe it! In this journey to become King of the Pirates, he searched for unique crewmates to build his dream team while escaping the Marines who were constantly hunting him down. This anime, at the time of creating this video, has over 1,000 episodes and quite possibly can hit 2,000 at its pacing. My only issues with this anime are the exact opposite of the previous ones, and that is leaving nothing to the imagination, which can be bad, by the way. A random character you will never see again will have a 2-episode flashback. Sometimes the episodes just feel like empty calories that you're just watching so that you can get to the next one. That being said, it's still an amazing story with animation that stands the test of time. This list is based off of anime only, so the manga that fixes the pacing issues is not factored into my assessment, which is why it's coming in at numero 7. Kind of underrated, but coming in at number 6 we have
Why goats have such odd-looking eyes.
What the heck?
Pupils are horizontal and
What is this about?
Why is this? Well, because goats are...
Is that LeBron James? How did this become a LeBron James edit? This is supposed to be an anime-only list. Anyways, actually coming in at number 6 is a gem I feel like is very underrated, Gurren Lagann. The plot of this story follows Simon, a shy kid, and his fearless friend Kamina. as they rise from an underground village to fight oppressive forces controlling humanity's surface. With the help of a powerful drill-shaped mecha and their growing crew, they battle enemies far beyond their imagination, as they try to find the truth behind their oppression. Now, I feel like this is a very underrated anime, and that being because it's a mecha anime. While it's a big part, the story of them fighting against their oppressors using the very technology against them adds incredible depth to the narrative. From start to finish, this anime stands out as a very complete series with an impressive level of rewatchability. I have it at 6 on the list just because it's very mecha focused, and the top 5 just in my opinion seem to edge it out based off of overall story. However, it's something that I definitely recommend to a lot of people and I enjoyed very much. Coming in at number 5, we have the only psychological thriller and mystery anime on the list, fan favorite, Death Note. Death Note revolves around Light Yagami, a brilliant student who discovers a supernatural notebook that allows him to kill anybody by writing their full name down. Light's goal with this notebook is to create a utopian world free of crime. In doing so, he becomes entangled in a high-stakes psychological battle with L, who could be seen as the protagonist or antagonist depending on your perspective on this story. Now, L is no normal detective. This guy's literally like Sherlock Holmes and Bruce Wayne combined and then multiplied by 2. This comes in right at the number 5 spot because it's one of the more refreshing animes you'll ever see. The battle of cat and mouse between L and Light keeps you on your toes while you also get to decide what side you'll end up choosing to support. This story I feel like is a great gateway into anime and really revolves around the mind games between Light and L and seeing which one of them will make a mistake first. Coming in at number 4 to switch things up, we have Code Geass. Code Geass follows Lelouch Lamperouge. Yes, his name is Lelouch Lamperouge and he is a certified GOAT. Bro's got a certain swag to him. If you watch the show you'll understand, but he's got a je ne sais quoi to him.
I got you in 4K, just dick rotted.
Pause. Either way, he's an exiled prince who gains the power of Geass, an ability that allows him to command absolute obedience from anyone he makes eye contact with. With this power, Lelouch leads a rebellion against the Holy Britannian Empire, led by his father, to liberate Japan. The plot of this is elite, following Lelouch as he balances starting a full-on rebellion and building his army while hiding that he's a student in the system he's trying to destroy. By this point of the list, every anime feels like it's near perfect to me, and nothing embodies that more than this incredible masterpiece that I've been fortunate enough to experience. This anime is ranked number 4 for me. Obviously, you guys know this is an amazing story, I've already said that a lot of times, but English dub is definitely the way to go for this one. Coming in third on the podium, we have Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter follows the main character Gon Freaks, a boy who sets sails on a journey to become a hunter. His reason for doing so is a story as old as time. He's looking for his long-lost father. I actually find this story very relatable. His father was known as a very high-level hunter. Because of that, Gon decides to follow the path of a hunter and takes the exam. Along the way, he befriends 3 unique companions. Kurapika, a character driven by revenge, Leorio, the comedic relief, and Killua, who comes from a family of skilled assassins. Together on their journey, they confront relentless challenges and perilous trials from lethal adversaries. The story in this and the character development are amazing, as well as the journey that keeps you intrigued seeing if Gon will ever find his father. The only reason that this is not in the top 2 is solely due to the fact that the next 2 animes have an edge that I doubt any story could ever be. Coming in at 1B because calling this number 2 just doesn't seem right. We have one of the greatest pieces of fiction that has ever been animated, the journey that is Attack on Titan. The plot of AOT follows humanity's struggle to survive within massive walled cities who protect themselves against giant creatures known as Titans. As Eren Yeager and his friends join the fight, they uncover a shocking truth about the Titans, as well as the truth behind their own origins. The beginning part of the story focuses heavily on the Scout regime. A group of soldiers set out to explore beyond the walls to find the mysteries surrounding the Titans, with each new mystery being a new problem to solve. The story to me is perfect, and as a person who was waiting week to week for each 20-minute episodes, it was almost as though it was a light at the end of the tunnel every week. If you're a person that feels that you'll be able to figure out the mystery before everyone else, I challenge you to do so with this anime. To quote one of my friends, this story really has it all. When it comes to likable characters, suspense, and plot twists, it's pretty much a one-stop shop for everything you're looking for. Once you get close to figuring it out, I can tell you right now, it's going to be harder and you'll be further away from the truth than you ever expected. With so many plot twists, you might as well call this anime Oliver Twist. And now, without further ado, leading the race in what I think is the best anime story of all time, we have Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Without glazing too much, the plot of this one revolves around 2 brothers, Edward and Alphonse Elric. The story starts out as they try to use alchemy to resurrect their deceased mother, but they suffer the devastating consequences of doing so. Edward loses a limb, while Alphonse's soul is bonded to a suit of armor. Determined to restore their bodies, they join the state alchemists and embark on a journey to find a mysterious item known as the Philosopher's Stone. On their journey to find it, they unravel a sinister plot tied to military corruption. It's important to note here that state alchemists are employed by the military. They are given resources and authority in exchange for serving as human weapons, committing their skills to the military's often morally complex missions. On their journey, they also cross paths with Scar, a vengeful warrior targeting the state alchemists in their role in destruction of his people. The story follows two sides of a coin, and as the story goes on, you see more and more of the pieces fitting together. Ever since I finished this anime, deep down inside, I knew that no anime after would ever top it. In my opinion, this story is complete from start to finish. Pretty much gives you everything you're looking for in a story, whether that is mystery, action, adventure, drama, sadness. Every descriptive acronym I could think of I would use to describe this masterpiece. Now, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is not to be confused with Fullmetal Alchemist, which starts by adapting the manga but diverts into a completely different story. Brotherhood, on the other hand, sticks entirely to the main source content in the manga.
That day, all female officers will be required to wear tiny miniskirts!
Alright everybody, that's the end of the video. If you'd like to see any other rankings or anything like that, leave a list down below and I'll try to check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know if you enjoyed the video. Adios.